Welcome to RichNation Animation. In a world full of noise, we bring you wisdom, stories that open your eyes, lessons that sharpen your mind, and truths that can change your life. Welcome to the place where men and women rise.
The making of a dangerous man. Sit down, my son. Let me tell you a truth most young men never understand until life beats it into them. The world respects a man who is dangerous. Not violent, not childish, not reckless, but dangerous, meaning a man who is disciplined, self-controlled, unpredictable, mentally sharp, spiritually rooted, and impossible to dominate. Weak men get used. Soft men get manipulated. Emotional men get destroyed. Uncontrolled men destroy themselves. But a dangerous man moves with a power that cannot be bought or borrowed. He earns it. Let me tell you how I became one. I used to be soft, and life punished me for it. When I was young, I wanted everyone to like me. I wanted friends. I wanted approval. I wanted to fit in. That made me weak. I avoided conflict. I avoided speaking up. I avoided defending myself. I avoided disappointing people. I thought kindness would protect me. I was wrong. Life taught me something brutal. People don't always respect kindness. They respect boundaries. They respect strength. They respect certainty. At 15, I have my first harsh lesson. Some boys used to bully me on the street, steal from me, mock me, push me around. One day, an old man who sold bread nearby called me and said, "Kindness without strength is weakness. Strength without wisdom is destruction. A man must be strong and controlled. That's what makes him dangerous in the right way." I didn't understand it then, but life would teach me. Number 2, my first confrontation with evil. I was 17 when I encountered real wickedness. One night, walking home from work, 3 older guys blocked the road. They demanded money I didn't have. I tried to explain. They pushed me, kicked me, took my bag. I cried that night, not because of pain, but because of fear. I realized something. The world is not gentle. Life does not pity the weak. That night changed me. Not into a violent person, but into a man who would never again walk through life defenseless, unprepared, or naive. That event planted a seed. I must become dangerous, but not with fists, with my mind, my presence, my spirit, my discipline, my self-control, my certainty, my boundaries. Real danger comes from within. Number 3, silence begins with strength. Let me explain something young men don't know. A dangerous man is quiet, not because he's afraid, but because he's calculating. Loud men react. Weak men complain. Insecure men shout. Emotional men expose themselves. But the quiet ones, the calm ones, the composed ones, those are the ones people fear. I learned this at 19. A fight broke out at my workplace. 2 men shouting, pushing, throwing insults. Everyone was nervous except one man. A calm, older mechanic who just sat, observing. He didn't speak, he didn't move, he didn't flinch. When the chaos got worse, both fighters turned toward him, as if waiting for his reaction. But he remained still. And somehow his silence diffused their madness. Later, he told me, "When you control yourself, you control the room. When you don't react emotionally, you become unpredictable. When you are unpredictable, you become dangerous. That stayed with me. Number 4, self-control, the first weapon of a dangerous man. A dangerous man is not violent. He's controlled. Let me tell you what life taught me. The man who cannot control his anger is weak. The man who cannot control his lust is weak. The man who cannot control his mouth is weak. The man who cannot control his actions is weak. The man who cannot control his emotions is weak. A dangerous man is not the one who punches walls, not the one who shouts the loudest, not the one who threatens others. A dangerous man is the one who can do all that, but chooses not to. He has the ability, but he also has the wisdom. Self-control became my first weapon. Number 5, the power of the mind, becoming mentally dangerous. A dangerous man thinks differently. Let me tell you how my mind changed. I started reading books about psychology, strategy, leadership, human behavior. I studied people. I watched how they talked, moved, reacted, lied, manipulated, pretended. Soon I could predict people. I could read them. I could sense their intentions without them speaking. I could see through their actions. This made me mentally dangerous. Once you can read people, they cannot deceive you. Once you understand the mind, you cannot be manipulated. Once you learn strategy, nobody can use you. People started noticing. They said, "You are different. You think deeply. You don't get fooled." And that is when I realized a smart man is powerful, but a wise man is dangerous. The day I became untouchable without lifting a finger. I remember the exact day I became a dangerous man. I was 23, working in a busy office. Someone tried to sabotage me, lied about me, stole credit for my work, tried to ruin my reputation. Everyone expected me to explode, to fight, to argue, to defend myself. But I didn't. I said nothing. I stayed calm. I let silence do the work. Within days, the truth came out. The liar exposed himself. Everyone respected me more. My boss gave me a promotion. People whispered, "That guy, you can't shake him. He doesn't react. He's dangerous." And I smiled quietly, because I finally understood. A man becomes dangerous the day he stops being controlled by others. Number 8, the night I nearly lost my life and found my purpose. One night at 24, I had an encounter that sealed my transformation. I was returning late. 3 men approached me. They tried to provoke me, insult me, test me. My younger self would have reacted, but the man I had become stayed calm. I spoke slowly, answered politely, showed no fear, made no sudden movements, kept my eyes steady. They couldn't read me. They didn't know what I was capable of. They didn't know how trained or experienced I was. They didn't know whether I had backup or not. My calmness scared them. They left. That night I learned, dangerous men survive because they are unreadable. Weak men die because they expose themselves too quickly. Number 8, how to become a dangerous man, the right way. Number 1, be calm. When others panic, you breathe. When others shout, you listen. When others attack, you observe. Calm people are feared. Number 2, be silent. Talk less. Move in private. Never reveal your plans. Never explain your intentions. Mystery creates power. Number 3, be self-controlled. Control your anger, your desires, your reactions, your emotions, your disrespect, your tongue. A man who controls himself is unstoppable. Number 4, be knowledgeable. Learn psychology. Learn strategy. Learn negotiation. Learn human behavior. Study the world. Study people. Study yourself. Knowledge makes you dangerous. Wisdom makes you untouchable. Number 5, be disciplined. Wake early. Train your body. Train your mind. Build a skill. Build income. Build confidence. Build your future. Discipline is fearsome. Number 6, be spiritual. A man who walks with God but fears no enemy is the most dangerous kind of man. A strong spirit cannot be broken. Number 7, be physically fit. Not to bully others, but to protect yourself, your family, your future. Strength commands respect.
Number 8, have boundaries. Say no. Walk away. Cut off toxic people. Stand your ground. Boundaries make people cautious around you. Number 9, become emotionally unavailable to manipulation. Once your emotions are not controlled by women, friends, money, attention, insults, pressure, you become dangerous. And number 10, protect your peace. A dangerous man protects his mind. Not everyone gets access to him. Not every problem touches him. Not every insult moves him. Peace is power. 9. What a dangerous man looks like in public. People ask, how do I know when I've become dangerous? This is how. You walk calmly. You speak slowly. Your eyes are steady. You don't rush. You don't brag. You don't gossip. You don't complain. You don't show fear. You don't overreact. You don't chase. You don't explain yourself. You don't argue unnecessarily. Your presence alone makes people behave better. Not because you threaten them, but because your energy demands respect. And 10, final words to you, young blood. You want to be dangerous? Good. But do it the right way. Not violent, not destructive, not criminal, not foolish. Be dangerous in a way that protects you, lifts you, strengthens you, and earns respect. Remember, 1. A man who cannot be controlled is dangerous. 2. A man who is emotionally stable is dangerous. 3. A man who is disciplined is dangerous. 4. A man who is unpredictable is dangerous. 5. A man who fears God but fears no man is dangerous. My son, the world is not kind, but you must be strong. Learn yourself, master yourself, control yourself, build yourself. Become the kind of man people cannot use, cannot fool, cannot shake, cannot disrespect, cannot destroy. That is the real meaning of being a dangerous man.
If this story helped you grow, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe, rise higher, and remember, your future is watching your next move.